All right, ready to dive into the world of wood carving and how to nail that job interview.
We're going to look at some common questions they might throw your way, get you prepped and help you show them just how passionate and skilled you are.
I'm going to break down what they're really asking, give you some killer strategies, and even toss in a few curveball follow-ups.
Just like a practice run before the real deal.
Exactly. So let's jump right in with a classic. What inspired you to pursue a career in wood carving? Seems simple enough.
Right. But there's more to it.
Definitely. What's the interviewer really getting at here?
They're looking for that spark, that genuine passion that led you to wood carving. It's your chance to share your story, why this is more than just a job.
Gotcha. So how do you make your answer really stand out?
Think about what truly drew you in. Was it the feeling of turning raw wood into something beautiful? That satisfaction of creating with your own two hands? Or maybe just that deep appreciation for the natural beauty of the wood grain.
I see.
Let that enthusiasm shine through. Share a personal story, maybe a family member who was a wood carver, or a piece you saw that just blew you away.
Makes sense. A story always makes it more engaging. Now, what if they follow up with something like, what was your first wood carving project?
Perfect opportunity to show how that spark turned into action,
Right.
even if it was something small. A little animal carving, a wooden spoon. Talk about what you learned, how it fueled your passion.
Love it. Okay, moving on. Question number 2. What kind of wood do you prefer to work with and why? Time to show off your wood knowledge, right?
Absolutely. This is where you demonstrate that understanding of the different woods, their characteristics, how those properties influence your choices.
So it's not just about picking a favorite, it's about explaining why.
Exactly. Think about your projects. Do you love the intricate details you can achieve with a hardwood like cherry? Or maybe you're drawn to the strength of oak for those bigger pieces.
Right.
Or perhaps you're even using reclaimed wood. Talk about the environmental aspect, the unique character it brings.
You're really speaking their language, showing them you've explored those nuances. Now, what if they dig a little deeper and ask, have you ever encountered a wood type that you found particularly challenging to work with?
Oh, that's a great one. It's a chance to highlight those problem-solving skills.
Yeah, everyone's going to run into challenges at some point.
Exactly. Maybe you had to adjust your technique for a knotty piece of wood. Or you learned a tough lesson about properly drying the wood.
Oh yeah, been there.
Focus on how you overcame it, what you learned.
Turning those challenges into growth opportunities. Love that. Okay, next up, can you walk me through your wood carving process? This is where you get to paint a picture with words.
Absolutely, like a guided tour through your workshop and your creative process.
So take them from the very beginning.
Precisely. How do you approach a new project? Detailed sketches. Let the wood guide you. Talk about your tools and why you choose certain ones.
Oh yeah, the tools.
Mention how you might use a gouge for shaping, chisels for details, sandpaper for smoothing.
I can almost hear those shavings curling off the wood. What if they ask, what's your favorite carving technique?
That's where you shine.
Yeah.
Maybe you have a way to create texture, or a special technique for those fine details. Describe it with passion.
Not just knowing the techniques, but showcasing your style. Okay, on to a more challenging one. What is the most challenging piece you have ever carved? Feels like more than just showing off, right?
Definitely. It's about resilience, problem solving, pushing your boundaries as a woodcarver.
So highlighting your growth as an artist.
Precisely. Pick a piece that really tested you, maybe with intricate details, a tricky wood, or a design that forced you to experiment. Don't shy away from the obstacles, how you overcame them.
And what if they follow up with, what did you learn from that experience, and how would you approach a similar challenge differently in the future?
Perfect opportunity to show your commitment to improving. Maybe you discovered a new tool or technique, the importance of planning and preparation. Whatever the lesson, show you're always striving to be better.
It's a journey, right? Always learning. Okay, time for this one. How do you stay up to date with new techniques and trends in wood carving? Super important in any field, but especially in the art world. What are some good ways to show you're committed to lifelong learning?
This is where you showcase that passion. Talk about your go-to resources, woodworking blogs, industry magazines, workshops, conferences where you learn from the masters.
Makes sense. Keeping those skills sharp.
Right. But it's also about staying inspired, connected to the community.
It's true.
Maybe you're part of an online forum, exchanging ideas, or you follow artists on social media. Show them you're actively engaged, eager to learn and grow.
What if they throw in a question like, what's a recent trend in wood carving that you're particularly excited about?
A chance to share your enthusiasm for the future of wood carving?
Yeah, I like that.
Maybe you're fascinated by a new style or experimenting with modern design elements. Let your excitement shine.
It's not just about following trends, but actively shaping them with your own perspective.
Yeah.
All right, next question. Have you ever worked on a commission piece? If so, can you describe the process? What are they really after here?
It's all about those client management skills.
Oh, yeah.
Your ability to take someone's vision and turn it into a real handcrafted piece.
So more than just carving skills, it's about communication, collaboration, really bringing their ideas to life.
Exactly. Pick a commission project you're proud of. Walk them through the process. Gathering requirements, incorporating their ideas, keeping them in the loop.
It's almost like a partnership, isn't it?
It is.
And this is also a chance to showcase your ability to handle feedback and revisions, I'd imagine.
For sure. Maybe you had to tweak a design based on feedback, or faced a surprise challenge and had to get creative.
And what if they ask, how do you handle disagreements with a client about their vision for a piece? Tough one.
It's a chance to shine. Highlight your conflict resolution skills, finding that balance between your artistic integrity and their expectations. Talk about clear communication, active listening, finding a compromise.
Building that trust and ensuring a good experience for both of you. Okay, on to a practical question. How do you ensure that your pieces are structurally sound and will last for many years? Especially important for furniture or anything weight-bearing. What are some key points to hit?
This is all about your craftsmanship, attention to detail, understanding wood as a material.
So it's not just about looks, but about creating pieces that will really stand the test of time.
Exactly. You might talk about different wood types, choosing the right one for the job.
Oh yeah, different woods for different purposes.
Right. Hardwoods like oak for strength, softwoods like pine for flexibility. Talk about your joinery techniques, glues, fasteners, finishing treatments.
Giving it that extra layer of care that makes it an heirloom.
I like that.
What if they ask, how do you advise clients on the proper care and maintenance of their wood carvings?
Demonstrates your commitment to their satisfaction. You might mention keeping pieces away from direct sunlight or extreme temperatures. Talk about natural waxes or oils to protect the finish. You're invested in the long-term enjoyment of your work.
Going through these questions is making me think about my own answers in a new way.
That's the beauty of preparation.
It really is. And speaking of preparation, let's talk about RoleCatcher. How their AI tools can take your interview prep to a whole new level.
Like having a personalized interview coach right in your pocket.
Okay, so it's not just generic interview advice, it's tailored for woodcarvers.
Exactly. RoleCatcher's AI looks at the job description and spots any skills gaps in your CV, suggests improvements, helps you tailor it to that specific role.
That's amazing. So it's like a secret weapon.
You could say that. Then there's the AI-powered interview practice.
Yeah, I was curious about that.
You record yourself answering questions, and the AI analyzes everything.
Wow.
Your delivery, content, even your body language gives you personalized feedback.
That's so cool, like having a virtual mirror, but with an expert's eye.
Exactly. Practice as much as you need. Build that confidence.
This all sounds incredible, but I have to ask, does using AI feel a little, well, impersonal?
I get it. But remember, AI is a tool. It's there to support you, not replace your individuality.
That's a good way to look at it, like having a super-powered toolbox.
Exactly. The more you practice and refine those answers, the more confident and authentic you'll become.
Love that.
Remember, your passion for wood carving, your skills and experiences, those are what set you apart. Let that shine through and you'll be well on your way to that dream career.
This has been such a helpful deep dive. I feel way more prepared already. But before we wrap up, what would you say truly makes a woodcarver stand out? That extra something interviewers are looking for?
We've talked skills, experience, even pricing. But what really captivates, what leaves a mark, is that spark of passion, that genuine love for the craft.
It's like they say, do what you love and you'll never work a day in your life.
Exactly. And when you're genuinely passionate about wood carving, it shows. The way you talk about your work, the attention to detail, how you handle those challenges.
So don't just focus on the technical stuff, right?
Right. Tap into that inner fire, let your passion shine through, and you'll be well on your way to carving out your dream career. And hey, RoleCatcher is there every step of the way. It really is amazing, right? Just talking through things helps you feel more ready.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of feeling ready, there's one more thing about RoleCatcher's AI tools I wanted to touch on.
Oh, you mean the mock interview feature?
Exactly. I think it's especially helpful for anyone who gets a little nervous about interviews.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So tell me more about how it works.
Well, you can pick the job you're interested in, and RoleCatcher uses its AI to come up with a bunch of questions just for that role.
Oh, wow. So it's like a practice run with a virtual interviewer.
Pretty much. But the best part is it analyzes your answers and everything.
Everything.
Yeah, your tone, even your body language. It gives you feedback on all of it.
That's wild. It's like having a coach right there with you, but, virtual.
Right. It can help you spot those nervous habits like fidgeting or saying too much.
Oh, man, I do that all the time.
Well, and it'll give you tips on how to improve your delivery overall.
That's so helpful.
It is. And the more you practice, the more natural it'll feel.
Practice makes perfect.
Right. And remember, confidence is key in any interview.
True.
And RoleCatcher's tools can help you put your best foot forward.
Love it. It's like having a secret weapon in your back pocket.
Exactly.
So we talked a lot about wood carving itself and how to use AI for interview prep. But before we wrap up, I want to go back to something we touched on earlier, showing your unique style.
Oh, yeah. That's so important.
Right, because wood carving is so creative, you want your personality to come through.
Absolutely. It's those little details that make your work stand out.
Like what kind of details?
Well, maybe you're amazing at capturing nature in your carvings, or maybe you love those bold, abstract forms.
It's like having a signature, something that's recognizable in everything you do.
Yes. And that style should be in your answers too. Don't be afraid to talk about your creative process, your inspirations, what makes you unique as a woodcarver.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's about letting your passion come through in every part of the interview.
So don't just focus on the technical stuff. Let your personality shine. Now, speaking of passion, I think it's important to remember that at its heart, wood carving is about creativity and, a love for the material.
Oh, absolutely. It's a way of connecting with nature, with history, with yourself even.
It's a journey.
It is. Every piece you make tells a story.
It's like each carving has a piece of the artist's heart and soul in it.
I love that. And that's what people really connect with, that genuine passion that you can see in every detail.
So as you're getting ready for that interview, connect with that passion.
Let it guide your answers, boost your confidence, and shine through in everything you say and do.
Because that's the key to really captivating those interviewers and getting your dream wood carving job.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
It's fascinating how wood carving blends tradition and innovation.
Oh, for sure. You can take those age-old techniques and bring in modern tools and designs.
Yeah, like a bridge between the past and present.
Exactly. It keeps things exciting, always something new to discover.
And as you keep learning and developing your style, it becomes more than just a craft, right?
Absolutely. It's self-expression, a connection with the world. It can bring so much joy and fulfillment.
It's like carving your own path, not just in wood, but in life, too.
Beautifully put.
Well, as we wrap up this deep dive, I'm feeling a real appreciation for wood carvers and their dedication.
It truly is a special craft. It takes patience, skill, and a deep understanding of the material.
And I feel like we've only scratched the surface of what there is to learn.
We have. But I hope this gave you a good starting point for your interview prep, a little taste of what it's like to be a professional woodcarver.
I'm definitely inspired. And remember, if you're ready to take that next step, RoleCatcher is there to help.
Their AI tools can help you polish that resume, practice for your interview, and find those perfect opportunities.
So go out there, be creative, tap into that passion, and carve your own path to success.
We're rooting for you.
And that's a wrap on our wood carving interview. Deep dive. Thanks for joining us, and happy carving.